Hey everybody, welcome back to a very special episode of Freeze Frame, episode 61, the show where we stop to take a moment to discuss all the heavily talked about news of the week, having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. I am your guide to the multiverse today, Ryder, and as always joined by Vincent DeSantis, my co-pilot in the chair.
What is up, everybody? How's it going?
Oh baby, it's been a very busy week, guys. Very busy week, couple of few days.
Dude, it's only the second day of the week. We got a lot of stuff to do tonight too.
We have so much more to do, yeah.
Yeah.
But before we get into it,
young.
No, yeah, the week is very young, and the news and the action is nonstop. But before we get into it, we want to thank you guys for listening and supporting us. We recently had a huge live stream. We went to the Doctor Strange premiere. We kind of broke it down. Vincent was at home reacting along with us, running the whole the whole system, the whole stream. And I was there on the carpet. So if you guys missed that stream, it's still posted for you guys to check out. But
casual Ryder's like, oh yeah, I was there on the carpet. You guys, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. If you go back and watch it, I was freaking out for him.
We had a fun time. I watched it too, and I was like, well, this is cool. I'm glad you had a good time too.
It was tight.
We just want to thank you guys for all the support. We've been, lots on the TikTok. You guys can check us out on Twitter and Instagram, all our social media, for more updates like that, more reviews coming out soon, and reactions, breakdowns, all that stuff. And we also have Discord if you guys want to talk to us on a more personal level. We have Discord where we talk news and life and all kinds of cool stuff like that. And we
had a lot of people hop in this week.
Yeah,
live stream and stuff too, which is cool.
Pretty cool. But without further ado, let's get into our first kind of a little tidbit before we get into the show. The core of the week, guys. Last week's core of the week. Let me break it down for you, recap, and I'll give you guys the answer. And you can stay tuned for a new core of the week. I think we're having fun doing this. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, this is good. I like this.
So last week's quote was, "You still don't understand what you're dealing with, do you? Perfect organism, its structural perfection is matched only by its hostility. You admire it. Well, I admire its purity. A survivor, unclouded by conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality." So if you didn't know, that was, of course, from Alien, the original horror film back then. That was from Lambert and Ash, talking about the perfect organism.
And I didn't get this one. Last time when you were saying this last week, I had you not tell me the answer for it, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, I was like, this is kind of a good one because I remember this conversation, but you gotta know. But there you have. Stay tuned for our new core of the week. I think you guys will like it, considering what's been going on. But yeah, you wanna hop in it? Let's do it.
Oh baby, okay. So let's chat a little bit about the whole experience for you, Ryder. This is going to be a pretty Doctor Strange heavy episode here, but I want to get in front of this and say, we're not going to do spoilers yet. One, because I haven't seen the movie and I don't want to know anything about it yet. And two, the movie's not out till Thursday. I'm sure this episode will go live like ASAP, and the clip will go live pretty soon too. So yeah, we're not going to spoil anything. I want to talk about the actual experience of Ryder legitimately was on the red carpet with the actors, with everybody, the producers, fans, cosplayers, the TikTokers, the content creators, everybody was there.
Social media, all the TikTokers and content creators for sure.
So tell me a little bit about, like, you were there for hours. You got there at like 2:00 and you didn't get to see the movie till like 7-ish. Right?
Yeah.
So you had like 5 hours there. Like, tell us about like the experience of like getting there, going there, all that.
So we pull up, of course, all the cosplayers are in line. At first, we posted TikTok. I'm freaking out because everyone looks so amazing, right? The cosplayers are top notch, best of the world. They get invited from across the country to be, flown out there. So we pull up to the carpet, and it's cool because there were different pens, I guess you could say. There were the cosplayers in the front of the entrance, which I guess.
Were you in that?
I was not in with the cosplayers. No,
Okay.
we were in a kind of D23 section. So it's like all members of D23. And
Way
that
cooler,
kind of section, so it was not as many people. Like the pen was, unlike the cosplayers, they're kind of like pushing on each other, and it's hot. The sun's beating on them, and they're just like trampling, trying to see the actors. When us, it was like we had like so much. There was no one behind us. I went with my mom, and we were just hanging out there, and it was like no. Even when the Benedict was walking by, it was like nobody was like crazy. No one was screaming. It was just like, hey, can I get a like? It was so spaced out for us. It was probably the best case scenario, so we're pretty happy about the pen size.
I mean, just to explain it from my end, so you video in, right? And you're on the red carpet. There's a lot of space in between. So there's like 2 ropes of people on either side, or groups of people on either side. And then you show me behind you, and across the street is like hundreds of fans, like just trying to see the actors from there.
Yeah.
But you're on the carpet.
Oh, yeah,
These people are like away from it. Like I can't stress that enough. Like you were there.
Yeah, we were guests. We actually got in. We did the COVID checks. We got our actual tickets. Names were on the list. You know what I mean? Like it was fortunate that we got in this time for this movie. But yeah, we were in the carpet and we got waters. It was great. Everyone was so kind. Like the staff of Disney, there was Disney staff, Disney corporate. They were so kind, so nice, awesome. Talking to us. Making sure we were okay. Just want to point that out. But yeah, it was cool to see like all Hollywood Boulevard was closed down. That when you look down, it was just all the fans. They were just all piling up along the sidewalk. Yeah. And I looked back on social media. There were other content creators kind of there hanging out as well. Kind of like I'm rooting on my friends on the carpet and stuff. I was like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
they're there, So yeah, we get there. We're waiting probably like an hour or two. I mean, the excitement's high. We're ready.
Oh yeah.
Then of course Vincent starts to stream. We're there and he starts it up and I'm like, okay, as soon as you start, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So of course you have to calm it down. You're like, no, we got it. I'm gonna start the stream and you load.
It's easy money. Yeah.
Start the stream up. We have so many amazing people hop in. I hop on the Discord call and so I'm just there kind of FaceTiming you, showing you like what's going on. So I'm just like holding it in the scene, looking both ways. It was cool because behind us was the press junket, the press kind of press pen.
Literally.
So, like what? Who else? ET? I think Extra. IGN, your boy from IGN.
Yeah, Jeffrey. Shout out Jeffrey Vega. Love that guy.
Dude, yeah, it was so crazy because when I saw him, I was like, oh, I know that guy. And I was like, Vince, yeah. So
did you get to talk to him yesterday?
I did not see him. No, okay. There's like after the movie, there was a lot of content creators hanging out and like all the new rock stars, Real Rejects, some of those people.
Did you see them?
Yeah, I got to see them. They were doing kind of the whole. They were doing like their little out of theater reaction video.
I saw that video on.
Yeah, I was like standing right behind. So as soon as they finished there, I kind of talked to them and I said, "Hey, I've been watching for years." Yeah, so like sometimes I like to get photos, but I'm more of like I want to get a conversation and then I'm good.
Yeah.
But with the actors, I had to give photos. So there's video proof. We were there trying to get videos. We were like, hey, let's get this person. Come on, we gotta get a photo. So I was there holding the camera.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah, that was part of it. Yeah,
we were fun. Okay. So I'm live, right? Ryder's calling in. Ryder's got a lot going on his end. I'm trying to like keep up with chat and stuff here, and they're all like, "Tell Ryder to do this. Tell Ryder to do that." I'm like, "You guys, he's hanging out. He's doing his thing. Like he's got to do his own deal." But like, we're talking Elizabeth Olsen's walking by. Sam Raimi walks by. I mean, what is going through your mind? They're literally right next to you.
Yeah, it was crazy because I think the anticipation is more nerve-wracking than actually seeing them because I think for seeing them
people.
They're just people. So when you see them, it's like, oh my God, like you don't like feel a sense of they're above you. It's like, oh cool, there's that person that you admire. Like there they are. But I think before you're like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna freak out. But then when you see them, you're like, oh, there's Elizabeth Olsen, there's Benedict Cumberbatch. Cool, let me try and get a photo. And it's a lot more calm. It's a lot more like it's not like I can't control my body or my voice. No, like you literally just say hi, all right, So and it was crazy how many actors and celebrities were there that had nothing to do with the film, but that were associated with Marvel or Disney.
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish was there. Who else?
Tiffany Haddish. There was the actor from Spider-Man: No Way Home. He played Stewie in Succession. Probably the craziest. I mean, we forgot about that little Succession tidbit. I don't know. We have to throw that in here.
We'll figure it out.
But there were some cool moments with different actors where it's like, hey, I love you from a different IP. I love you from this and that. Like had nothing to do with Marvel. And they're like, oh, thanks. Like I didn't really expect that today.
Because they probably appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, chat was going crazy, and I feel like y'all had a good. What was the experience like with the stream? Like
it was a great time. I'm glad there was not a lot of people popping in trying to spoil things. Most people were like, we don't want spoilers. Like some people were hesitant about watching the stream because they were worried that cameos might show up on the red carpet. But I don't really think that happened.
That was not the case. No, like we had. Again, like it's on the Haley Atwell was there, Patrick Stewart. We've already seen trailers and posters of this stuff is evident. But any other extra stuff, it's like you didn't see it. You would have no idea. You would have no idea going to this movie what happens.
Cool, good.
But yeah, I feel like it was cool because also you had the premiere live stream, the actual Marvel live stream up, right? And you had that playing.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool because. I mean, I had different scenes going, but one of them was like you have the main screen and then it's my camera and then above my little camera is the actual Marvel stream. And that was the one we were on like most of the time. Cool. And so we were able to watch the Marvel stream like, okay, Sam Raimi's getting interviewed, which means he's going to pass Ryder in like the next 10 minutes. Like it's sometime in between there, Sam Raimi's going to be walking by. So like make sure everybody get hyped. Like let's try to spot him out in the live stream. Like that was so fun. That was a great time.
That's super cool. Yeah. And I think the most unfortunate thing for me is because I am very shaky and I'm so disappointed that as I watched this video, I was like, no, because for me, when I was there on the carpet, I thought I was like this, all smooth cam. Here you guys go. Here's this person. Here's this person.
No,
I watched the stream and I'm like this. Here you guys go. And it's all shaky, dude. But I felt my hand, dude. I couldn't even stay still. I was shaking the whole time getting this.
Don't worry about it.
Because when they would come up and especially like different experiences, like we had Nolan, so like Nolan North and Ross Marquardt, which are, voice actors and associated with Marvel. I forgot Nolan was Tony Stark in Avengers. I forgot. I watched that on the stream when you.
Yeah, and he's voiced Spider-Man before too.
That's true. Yeah. So I was like, when I called Nolan, I was like, he was like, hey, I'm let me hurry up before Benedict comes. And I'm like, no, you kidding me? I don't care. Nolan North, like it's you. Like you don't know what you mean to me and a lot of other people. So and then I said on videotaping. So I think, and I know you thought that he would see you. I'm sorry. It's just that I had my camera turned the other way. So I know showing that. So I was like, oh, I'm just videotaping because I tried to make it like, don't worry about this.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he would. I was like, no, let's just get a photo. Like, I'm just videotaping. Don't worry.
Right.
But he was like, oh, okay. And then he did something. I was like, oh my God,
he went in.
And I was like, I was not expecting that because
dude,
how
we got gold.
Yeah, we got gold. Like people on Cameo pay for him to do quotes and stuff. And I was like, he did not have to do that. But the fact that he said his three like most iconic things, I was like, man, we have that forever.
And, not only that, it was just like, I don't know. He came over to you and did that. He was smiling. Like if you watch the video, to me the coolest part is you say, "Hey Nolan," and Nolan like whips around and then totally smiles and like walks over to you like right away. Like how cool was that? It was awesome.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people too. Like they were like, "Oh, who's that? I don't really know." But, yeah. I have the live stream right here. Oh, you see, it was a good.
That's the best. Yeah, that's the best part.
That's pretty nuts. Who else? There were some other like, Sam Raimi. We got to get a photo with him. Who else? There were some other actors that I tried to get. Of course, they're on the other side of the carpet, so I was trying my best. Like I think Elizabeth Olsen and like Benedict Wong, they ran through, and I was like, no, like you guys. But Benedict Cumberbatch, he walked through the other side. And then,
he did a whole U, bro.
And then he kind of came back a little bit. So I was walking up, and then I was like, "Can we just sneak a photo?" My mom takes some photos, and we were kind of bummed because she said, "I don't think I got it right." When we come home later, we realized.
No, shit. Wait, hold on. Your mom said she didn't get the photo with you and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Is that so? We were talking, and then not talking, but we said something, and then we turned to pose, and it was a nice pose, right? But that the photos she took were before the pose, so it just looks like. We're talking awkwardly, and I was like, oh man, you need the photo. But luckily she had all the photos on live. So when I was able to hold it, it goes to where we right the second we pose and then it cuts. So we got the photo.
I think that this is like a rule of thumb. This is a rule of thumb. If you're ever in one of these situations where you're about to meet somebody and you really want a photo with them, here's the deal. As the photographer, the person's not going to care if there's a lot of photos on the phone. You take as many damn photos as you possibly can because you don't want to miss this moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't just take one and like hand it back. You spam that bad boy. You want every second of interaction.
And that's the thing. I say that to my mom, but you got to remember, she gets so nervous and she's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, she doesn't even know how to work the phone. And then she said, the sun was in my eyes. I couldn't see. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, well, we got to meet. I was already like, we got to see him. Like, I don't care about the photo. Like, I got to see him. And
it's on video.
He put his hand on my shoulder. So I was like, wow. But the acting experience was great. Again, a lot of content creators. There was Straw Hat Goofy, Matt Soups Ramos. I think Jay Stubes.
Stubes came over. You dabbed him up, bro. Like everything.
Yeah, they were like everyone was so kind. I think it was cool that they were there, kind of coming back and forth, saying hi to everybody, getting the photos and videos. Who else? There were some other like big like cosmetic YouTubers that I'm not familiar with.
Sure.
And it's funny because I talked to some people in the theater. They were like, yeah, it was interesting that they got way more cheers than some actors. And I was like, wow, that's kind of bonkers.
I think that goes to show the power that content creators have because they are able to be seen on a daily basis, and they're able to. Here's the big thing. I think they're able to craft their image on a daily basis for you to see, whereas actors, you have to wait long spans until you see them, and it's somebody else crafting their image because they're playing a part or something like that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's a good take. That's a good point. Yeah. Another tidbit that I was watching on the live stream, and this kind of went viral, not viral, but on Twitter, is that you have it here when you're watching the actor that plays Billy, I believe.
Yeah.
They were asking him, they asked him, do you have any advice for Xochitl Gomez hopping in as America Chavez? And he was like, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. And everyone in the comments was like, this kid is like, he's only been in the MCU for like a year. Like, he doesn't even know anything. He's young. And
he's been in like 5 scenes maximum. You know what I mean? He's a kid.
And so I get what the interviewer was trying to do. Like, but this this guy's, he's a little kid, poor guy. Right. But I thought it was funny. But again, like everyone's shining in this film, and not to get into the film. Sorry, but just
that's okay.
Many cosplayers and cool stuff. I'm good. Yeah.
Ryder, right after the red carpet, you headed into the Dolby Theater to go watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So with no spoilers at all, I don't want to know any of the cameos. I don't want to know the plot of the movie or anything. Tell me about how the actual movie was.
Off the bat, as soon as the movie wrapped, I ran to my mother and I told her this. And this is very true to this morning. I said, you know what? I had a good time with this film and I enjoyed it and it made sense to me. But I have a very strong feeling Marvel fans are either just not gonna, this film won't sit right with them, or they won't like it, and that's gonna really disappoint me because Sam Raimi's direction and kind of the choices that they made in this film were kind of controversial, not controversial, but they were definitely a choice. There was a choice, and I feel like a lot of people aren't gonna agree with them, and the story won't make sense to them. And as the reviews started coming out this morning, that was reigning true, and I was like, it's sad, but that's the world we live in with this.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've read some stuff. Obviously, okay, just to clear it up. Ryder's the only one that has seen it. I have not seen it yet. I see it Thursday, so I don't want to know any spoilers. Just as much as you guys don't want to hear any spoilers. So, here's what I want to know: Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi directed this movie, and there's a touch that Sam Raimi has on movies where you distinctly feel and know that it is him, that it is like him doing it. Is that feeling, like, I don't know, touch here in the movie?
I happily say 100% throughout the entire film, you're like, this is Sam Raimi, and it doesn't like fade away. All the way to the very end, you're like, there's another Sam Raimi shot. There's another Dutch angle. There's another fade, and it's like, this is like camp. I'm like, 2000s camp. I'm like, this feels weird, but I'm like, thank you for this. You know what I mean? Like, it's so different from Marvel. I mean, it's not different. I mean, it's somewhat different from Marvel, right? But off the bat, right? Production design, the way the cinematography is, I'm like, this is Spider-Man. The Green Goblin's home. I'm like, this is like, I'm a kid again. I was like, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. And I mean, every angle. I mean, every single scene when there was tension or there was a moment, Sam Raimi took advantage of it with the cinematography and made it a point to go boom, close up or transition or dolly shot or this or that. Like, it was always something that where he was like, let's try this, and it worked every time. It had something with it, So I'm like, Sam Raimi throughout the whole film, he got to shine, and that was only matched with Danny Elfman's score. Danny Elfman had there was one scene toward the end, kind of third act, where it was like a big kind of orchestral composition, but it was like clashing and something unique. And I feel like, I think this was what they talked about on Twitter, that him and Danny Elfman worked on it to the very last second because they wanted it to be perfect. And it's one of the most unique scenes I've seen in Marvel, I'd say.
Cool.
It's like a comic book come to life. It's that silly.
I'm hearing a lot of things like on Twitter, like, okay, the people who love the MCU are like going to be split on this movie, that kind of thing. Now, I don't care about like what other people think about it as much as like, is it a good movie? Let's put the fact that this is like the 20-something movie or maybe 30-something movie in the MCU, that kind of stuff. Is it like a good movie just to watch on its own, or is it like, okay, this is great when you watch this and this and this, or like I want it to stand on its own? How is it? How does it do that?
I think that's the great thing. I think watching this on its own, it would be great. Doctor Strange, and then you have like maybe No Way Home, and then this one. Again, it's expectations, right? I went into this kind of thinking, okay, it's Loki, No Way Home, WandaVision, and then this is the epic event, like the ending to the conclusion of the story. It's like, that is not what this is. Like, this is another point. This is another chapter in the MCU, and then it's gonna keep going, and then it just keeps going. Like, Thor, Guardians, and maybe even another Doctor Strange. Like it's like not an ending. It's not like a conclusion, and it's not an event film. People keep saying that. Like this is like there's a linear story, and you know, it starts, it ends, and it almost feels like nothing changes. Like more, you gain more knowledge.
That's big. That's big. That's a big point.
But yeah, it feels like nothing is like, oh, there's ramifications. It's like, no, like they implemented a tool, let's say, right? They implemented something, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna see that for the rest of the MCU, and it's like, this is not over. This is not over. You're just gonna continue. Okay. Like it's just great. Like, but there are some like character stuff like that. The characters are different. The characters are different. They went through an arc, and it's definitely like almost like, oh, there's more for them. But story-wise, it's like, it's a very like contained, like, it's like, there we go, start to end.
So
and then continue.
What you're saying is it's contained to the movie. It doesn't have huge ramifications on the MCU as a whole. Potentially, maybe.
Potentially,
maybe not,
potentially, maybe not,
Okay, but the characters are where it shines.
The characters are where it shines. Yeah, it's a character story.
Which is great.
Yeah,
I like that.
Usually Marvel, it's flipped where it's like, oh no, this planet's destroyed, so that means the Avengers have to team up. Like, no, like it's about the characters, about Wanda, it's about Doctor Strange. Like for watching before, it's like No Way Home, you don't need it. Doctor Strange, you don't need it. Endgame, maybe a little bit. You need WandaVision and you need this movie. That's the two package deal right here.
Wow.
That's what I'd say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
Again, I went in and I'm like an hour through. I'm like, this is like not what this is a whole different story. I was like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna be this. Okay. Yeah. And again, like kind of how they did with Avengers Infinity War. In the comic, Infinity War is a war. Infinity War, the movie, is not really a war, but I mean, Marvel would disagree because they actually quoted that in the movie, which is kind of a little spoiler. Sure. But Multiverse of Madness, I wouldn't say, people said it earned its title, Multiverse of Madness. I would disagree. I don't really think it was madness or much multiverse, but I mean, that's just me.
Wow.
Hey,
okay. All right.
I mean, that's kind of spoiler, but I mean, listen, there is multiverse and there is madness, though. There is that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying.
So this should have been called like Doctor Strange 2.
Multiverse traversal. You know what I mean? Like multiversal traversal. Dude, that would have been perfect.
That's a great title.
Multiversal traversal. Because it's like, that's what's going on. I mean, we've seen it in the trailers. They do that. But it wasn't no like, I don't know, like not that I was expecting like Toby or Andrew, but I feel like people are expecting this is gonna happen and they're gonna go to this.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far here, Ryder. I don't want to know. I don't want to know who's not in it. I don't want to know who's in it.
Again,
right? I'm gonna stop you there.
They do traverse the multiverse.
Good. Well, guys, if you want to hear our full spoiler thoughts on the movie, I'm sure you can wait for a later date because I'm sure we'll be talking about it quite a bit here at Strictly Casual. Stay tuned this week. Next week, we have a Marvel Theory video being posted, as well as Moon Knight is finishing up this week. So a lot of Marvel stuff on the channel. Also, if you're listening to this video and want to check out the whole podcast, Ryder talked about his entire red carpet experience, meeting actors such as Benedict Cumberbatch, meeting Sam Raimi, Nolan North, and a bunch of other people. And so you're definitely going to want to check out the audio podcast. It's free everywhere on audio platforms and linked right below this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please check out the full podcast. Appreciate you guys. Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about Doctor Strange before we kind of wrap it?
I would say kind of like how, rewatching Doctor Strange, this is an extension of the first movie, and it's definitely like, I love Doctor Strange and I love the second film too. It's like great.
Okay. Like, I enjoyed the first film quite a bit of Doctor Strange, but I would rank it probably like a B for me.
Yeah,
like
it's solid.
B tier.
This film is solid too. I mean, the story it's like very, I don't want to say cliche, but it's like kind of like you understand it easily. You know what I mean? It's like great. This makes sense. And here's what I could say. I said this too last night. Safe. They played it safe kind of with this, and it's a good choice because if they went like bonkers, if they went crazy, it would have been too much. It would have been too much, and they had a lot to work with. They kept it safe, and that. Okay, it was good. It kept it good, and it didn't ruin it.
I can't wait to talk spoilers with you. Yeah, two more days, and then we can talk spoilers.
Days, yeah.
I hope there's a lot of spoilers to talk. From the sense the sense that I'm getting right now from other people, is that there's not a lot of spoilers to talk about.
Yeah, I get, yeah. I would say, I don't know, maybe. I think there's a lot to talk about. From beginning to end, there's a lot of moments to talk about.
Good.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and like halfway through the film, you got to be like, okay, it's not this. I'm open for what you're giving me. But I feel like people are just there, like, this isn't what I wanted. I don't like. No, you gotta.
Of course. Someone's gonna be upset. They're never gonna please everybody.
Gotta be open while you're watching it, but it's
you gotta be open. We have a couple news stories to get through on this episode as well. Ryder, how long are we at with the podcast right now? I have no idea.
25, looking good.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're doing great. So yeah, we've gone through all the Doctor Strange stuff. Please check out that live stream. It was pretty epic.
Yeah.
Just skim through it. It's pretty awesome. You know what? We could add little timestamps about when the actors come through. That might be sick.
Yeah.
I'll try that. Mm-hmm. I'll try doing that. Or we'll just upload the supercut.
The supercut would be cool. Yeah. Supercut would be nice.
Okay, so we have 2 more little Marvel stories to talk about, or that I thought were interesting. Obviously, there's more Marvel stories, but I thought these were worth mentioning, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ryder, hit me with the first one.
Okay, so we have Oscar Isaac, of course, talking off of Moon Knight. He's talking about X-Men Apocalypse, and he says he wishes it was a better film, but I don't disown it. That's great. He says, I don't disown it. I know exactly what I went in there wanting to do it, and the reasons why. That's great.
I mean, Oscar Isaac had said, oh, that's actually funny. He's Apocalypse and Moon Knight? That's so hilarious. I did not even think about that.
He left Fox, and they were like, don't worry about it. We'll forget about it.
Yeah.
Because he's all in makeup and everything.
Oscar Isaac said that Apocalypse was one of his favorite characters, in the comic book. So, he was stoked to play it. It was too bad the movie was really bad.
I mean, with Fox, I feel like they kind of dumbed down the characters, but Apocalypse is like Galactus and Thanos, one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. So I can only imagine what the MCU would do if they brought something like that back,
What if they do?
I'd be down for it. With considering how Feige is at this point, after watching Strange,
don't tell me.
There was nothing Feige can do. There was nothing off the table. Now Feige can do anything now, and it would just work. It would just work, honestly.
Okay.
I'm there like, yep, there was nothing he can't do.
Dude, I can't wait to spoiler talk this movie with you, dude. Very interesting. And the next piece of Marvel news is John Watts. We talked about this earlier. We made a TikTok about it and stuff like that. But John Watts is not directing Fantastic Four anymore. He says... Well, he said that he was just planning on focusing on other projects after doing the 3.
I'm glad. Good for him. Good for him.
He needs a break. Dude, he secured the bag. Yeah. He made 3 Spider-Man movies, and now he's like, now he can probably I'm sure he can fund whatever he wants now. He can do whatever he wants. Yeah. So, God bless him.
People forget what he managed with Toby and Andrew and the producing of it, and kind of managing how the stories work out in a full 3-film arc. Now it's like, dude, just take a break. You were in 5 years doing this,
Yeah, plus 5 years. It was a lot of years.
Yeah. I want to ask you, do you have any directors in mind? I have one because of my buddy that he made a good theory, Tope. But do you have any ideas for another director you would want to have Fantastic Four? Excuse me.
I saw a lot of people throw in directors in there. I saw Brad Bird a lot.
Yeah, Brad Bird
his
was
name
one.
thrown around.
It's kind of hard to figure because you want ensemble directors, right? Ryan Johnson. No.
Imagine the Russo brothers coming from sitcom, basically.
Oh, yeah. That would work. Yeah.
And then blowing, everybody loved them doing adventure stuff. We really don't know. Somebody will be able to do this very well. They just have to pick correctly.
Yeah. And people are already saying, I hope it's not in development hell. And no, I think they're still way early development. They need a director and then they can find the cast. But I'm excited because I think whatever director takes this is gonna have some heavy shoes to fill.
Oh, definitely. There's gonna be some. Yeah.
Brad Bird is a really good one.
He'd be a good option.
Yeah. Let's see.
Directed one of my favorite movies.
Incredibles? No.
Incredibles is great. But Brad Bird also directed.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with all his work.
Let me make sure.
He did Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which is still one of my favorite Mission Impossible.
Oh, did he really?
My second favorite, yeah.
Brad Bird directed Ratatouille.
Oh, of course. Amazing. Iconic. He's a great director. Phenomenal.
So good.
Here we go. We got Universal Studios, and we got some Fast X news. You want to take this? I feel like it'd be better if you taking it.
Sure. This is crazy. Justin Lin, the director of the last few Fast and Furious movies, has exited Fast and Furious 10 after having a major disagreement with Vin Diesel. Director Justin Lin parted ways with his Fast and Furious family family. Last week, allegedly after realizing Vin Diesel was really in the driver's seat, Justin had finally had enough and said, "This movie is not worth my mental health," when insiders told THR. Insiders say that per an unorthodox writing process, Vin Diesel allegedly gets to veto action scenes from writers, leaving the director to figure out how they best fit together. So Justin Lin is basically saying Vin Diesel is in charge, and I don't want Vin Diesel to be in charge. I want to direct this thing.
Yeah, that's insane.
Other people were saying that Vin Diesel shows up to set not knowing his lines and will improvise his lines then on set, like things like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have the quote here. He says shows up late to set. He doesn't know his lines, of course, and he shows up out of shape. Like, way to diss him like that. Like, dang. But I mean, yeah, all this stuff. Like, dude, what's going on here?
I don't know. But I mean, let's face it. It adds up. Vin Diesel. Everybody says he's hard to work with. Every single person ever.
I imagine.
Except Michelle.
He seems like an interesting actor and his process, and so I can imagine on set, you're trying to tell him, Vin, can you do this? And it's like, do we have to? It's like, what do you mean, we?
That's what he does.
It's like, I don't know about that. It's like, and then he starts singing, do you believe?
Just like that.
Singing, yeah, just like that. But that's crazy. I hope the films are going to be crazy. But I don't know. Justin Lin was a great part of the Fast and Furious franchise. So
yeah,
hopefully they bring someone that's.
But Ryder, we got another piece of news. We got an update right here.
Oh, but it's okay. So Now You See Me the director, Louis Leterrier, is replacing Justin Lin. They were going to do another Now You See Me?
No.
Wait.
Now You See Me. This is the director of the first two. No, this guy's replacing Justin Lin.
Oh, okay. For Now You See Me 3.
No. Now You See Me 3, not a part of this. No.
Louis Leterrier. Confirmation for Fast and Furious. On who's directing.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the director Louis is going to direct Fast 10. Oh, correct. So what? Okay. Well, that's cool because Now You See Me is not too bad. So, okay.
Not terrible, but look at his movies. What other movies has he done?
Say movies and TV. We go here. Oh, The Brothers Grimsby, The Clash of the Titans, The Incredible Hulk.
Yo, Clash of the Titans actually goes so incredibly hard. I love that movie.
They go hard. Valerian. I mean, give him the production.
He did Hulk.
Yeah, but the producing skill. Hulk was great. Hulk was solid.
Valerian. Yeah. I heard that was a big budget movie, and the story was just absolutely awful, but the visuals were cool. You know what I feel like they could do, kind of like with Fast 5, where they do like a dun dun dun, it's a twist at the end where they kind of do like a magic trick. They could do that with cars, where cars are driving, they're like, hey yo, we actually weren't there. I think that was the writing for that one. That's the writing was good for that. That's the writing. I don't know.
Fast 5 is still one of the best. Dude,
here's the deal. Wild. My expectations for the Fast movie is that it's not going to be good, and that's fine. Like, I don't need it to be good. It's just going to be a good time. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'm ready to eat my popcorn and enjoy it. Like, I want 5 shots in, dude. That's the only way I need to enjoy this film. With Coronas and with
I can't wait.
Salted rim.
It's literally all I need. Sounds a great time.
Blasting some music. I'm gonna wear of course the white tank.
Wife beater
pants, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
And shave your head.
Yeah, and shave my head. No. Okay, here you go. What do we got next? Oh, this is insane.
James Bond producer shares a little 007 casting update and says it's going to take some time to replace Daniel Craig. That's all it said. It was total clickbait. It got me in to read. But all they said was it's going to take some time. Mm-hmm. There was another confirmation by someone else that said Idris Elba, Tom Hardy, and Henry Cavill are all reportedly in the mix for the role. So those aren't just rumors anymore. Yeah. Those are actual considerations to play 007. Now, I can't imagine.
I feel like all these gentlemen are very classy, very, very much fit the role, very much good looking, but I think they're all too older. They're a little too older for the role. Like, don't you want to have some time with the role? I feel like, I don't know. I think you need a younger guy. Like,
here's my issue. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think they're all icons too much.
Too much for it. Yeah, because Daniel Craig, I had no idea who Daniel Craig was when the first Casino Royale came out. No idea. Then now it's like he is the superstar, the global superstar, and like give somebody that's like.
I'm trying to think like Sean Connery. Like Sean Connery for 007, he was already a huge superstar before he became 007. But like,
someone said
Idris Elba would be a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Great choice. They also said Jacob Elordi, the guy from Euphoria, is also in talks.
That's the teenage girls being like, I'd love to see that guy in a
saw
suit
that.
drinking.
I saw it, but yeah, I mean, he's too young. I mean, young.
I know.
Young actors.
I liked when people started talking about Tom Hiddleston because I think he would be a good choice as Loki, and I've seen him, or as a good choice as Loki, a good choice as James Bond. I think they could do something cool with him. I don't know.
And I think because you saw it, the Night Watch or the Night Manager, he was like a secret agent type in this limited series, and he was really good in that. I had some.
My maybe Enzo watched that. My brother watched that and told me it was really good. I think he could do it.
Oh, people also talk about Aaron Taylor Johnson. Maybe he could be
not a bad choice.
He could be cool. He's very like bulky and tough. I feel like he'd bring.
Here's the thing: they would just have to do a new what is the next style of James Bond? Because we've had a really smart one. We've had Daniel Craig, who's like the brawler James Bond. Like there's a lot of hand-to-hand fighting stuff. Then there's like different kinds of James Bond. So it would depend on whatever they're trying to write this one to be.
Kind of like with Batman. What they're doing on that. So
nowadays, there's like different kinds, but I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We want to hear your thought. Who do you want as Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on now to other studios. We got some goodness here. Men. Yeah. The first reactions for Alex Garland's Men is said to be visceral as hell. This is A24's next horror film. It will make people angry. This is, of course, the director of Annihilation. Audience are saying they're on another surreal trip that's intense, opaque, and challenging, says the first viewers.
Do you remember did you watch Annihilation?
I did, yeah. Do
you remember that ending?
Yeah. The ending was I was like, oh, what?
Makes no sense. I mean, it makes sense, but it's like when you watch it, it makes absolutely no sense. You're like, what the hell am I watching? Apparently, this takes that to a new level.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what the make people angry thing is. It's not that it's like so scary. It makes people go kind of angry.
I'm confused.
It's whatever the end is. I can't wait, dude.
And based on the trailers, it looks wild. And I don't know. It's one of those things where Annihilation, after I saw Annihilation, I did not feel good. I physically didn't feel good.
I felt ill.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like anxiety. I felt sick, and it took me a couple of days to kind of shake that one off.
Shake it off.
Because it was hard. It was hard. It was this is ucky. It felt ucky, It was scary.
And actually, you know what? I'll say it. The trailers for this, they don't necessarily grab me as much as the concept of some of his other movies. But I'm just excited to see this guy's next piece of work because he did Ex Machina, which I absolutely adore. Annihilation's good, and then he did the show called Devs on Hulu, which is apparently awesome sci-fi, awesome limited series sci-fi. I haven't seen it yet, but I got to. And then I don't know. It's just people are saying this is a cool experience. I'm not going to this movie necessarily to this isn't going to be this is going to be the best movie of the year or something like that. I want to go for the experience. What the hell is this movie going to show me? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all.
With that one actor that's playing everybody, it's what you're going to be. Yeah, well, let's do it.
Both those cast members are really good. The main girl in it, she's great.
Oh yeah.
I forget her name.
Oh yeah, she's cool. And then what do we got next? Or you want to take the Adam Sandler one? You want to take that one?
Yeah, you take the next one.
So this is exciting. Don't Worry, Darling. Finally got a trailer. This is, of course, starring Florence Pugh and Harry Styles. And the director is Olivia Wilde. This is a story about a secrets going on in the world. I'm trying to come up with my own pseudo description of it, even though I have seen this. I got to see it early. Yeah. Long time ago.
NDA. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, it's okay. Luckily, there's only what, 2 or 3 people listening, right? Hey guys. So no one will know. Anyways, but yeah, this film is a utopian prison, suburbia. The trailer looks different.
Wink twice if this was a great movie.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay, good to know. Video. You're gonna have to go watch video.
Yeah.
Good or bad? I don't know.
Who knows? I'll even give it another.
Whoa. Okay.
Because I want to. I'll tell you off. I can't even say it on here.
I can't wait to hear more about this movie though, because dude, the trailer is awesome. The trailer's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. The trailer looks insane. Chris Pine is in it. He's the antagonist. Some other exciting stuff,
Chris Pine looks so good in this, dude. You compare it to he looks good in Wonder Woman, but he looks really good here, dude.
No,
I don't know what it is. He's just a good looking guy.
It's the 50s nostalgia, dude. Throw on some Ray Bans, dude, and it fits him so well.
It's a beautiful thing. And then also we have Adam Sandler confirms an Uncut Gems follow-up with the Safdie brothers. He says their work ethic is bananas. Josh and Benny Safdie are teaming up again with Adam Sandler for a very exciting film 3 years after Uncut Gems. Now, this is not like a sequel to Uncut Gems. It's just another movie that they're making with Adam Sandler, which is so cool because that movie is so good. I love Uncut Gems. Now, my problem is they're going to try to outdo themselves with Uncut Gems. I don't think it can be outdone. I think it's just, that's a one-of-a-kind thing.
Yeah, they caught lightning in a bottle with that one, baby.
They truly did catch lightning in a bottle with that one. Yeah.
Because, man, the concept, the story. Adam Sandler gives such a phenomenal performance. He didn't even get nominated, right? That's why he's so mad.
Remember, he said, if I don't get nominated, I'm going to make the worst movie I've ever made in my life. And then he made Hubie Halloween, which actually so fun.
Yeah. Great movie. It's a good movie to watch when you're 10 shots in it and gone.
Amen.
As Vincent drinks his straight vodka. No, I'm just kidding.
No, just water.
Yeah. Here we go. Paramount Plus now. Oh, here we go. John Woo set to finally remake his own classic, The Killer, for Peacock. Interesting. Oh, Peacock. Okay, not Paramount. Sorry, guys. Woo has been in the works.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. I put under Paramount.
Woo has been in the works on an English language reimagining of his 1989 classic for over a decade. The Killer. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen The Killer, but I love John Woo. John Woo's in my favorite action movie of all time.
Which let's see.
Hard Boiled.
Ooh.
It's John Woo and Tony Leung.
Sorry, you're right. Yeah. Remember you talking about Hard Boiled. Yeah.
You gotta watch it. It's awesome. It's so awesome.
Oh yeah, John Woo's amazing. I love John Woo. Okay, I look at his name. And I put the name to
once you see his face. We also did a video on the channel. We did the Stranglehold video, and John Woo is the main character in Stranglehold. Also, he plays the main character. But, yeah, dude, I'm excited. Might be cool. I just don't think it needs to be remade. I don't know why he would be remaking it with in English. I guess it's for more people, but I don't think his movies are necessarily I don't know, what's the word? Unreachable. I feel like they're very easily watched, even if you're don't usually love to watch foreign language films and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, exciting stuff. That's looking forward to that. But there we go. That's it. That's all our news. Very light news week. We wanted to, touch on Doctor Strange. Such a great experience and fun time that we had. But yeah, let's get into, okay, ladies and gents, we got the next quote of the day here. Now, this one might be easy for you, but I made it a little tricky to where it's okay, it makes sense. Fitting with the vibe of today. Here we go. You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole, and you've spent your whole life trying to widen that keyhole. Let's go. Let me know if you know what it is. Hop on our Discord, maybe comment to us or message us. Let us know. Stay tuned for next week. We'll give you the answer for what that quote is from.
At the tippity top.
Yep, for the top.
The pod.
Okay, now we have a recommendation. Oh, baby. Do you have anything ready? Because I was like, oh.
I'm getting my letterbox up right now because I don't know what I've this week. Okay. Oh, I watched Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent since the last time we did an episode, I believe.
What'd you
I forgot.
We haven't talked about that.
We didn't really talk about it. Dude, I thought it was hilarious.
Okay. I was like, didn't stick with
No, it was so funny. I thought it was, I'm just so glad it exists.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the funniest part of that movie is that they actually made a movie about this. That to me is the best joke about the whole thing. And I think the first half is almost perfect, dude. Almost perfect comedy.
It is.
And then to me there's this hard drop off of it's like an action kidnapping kind of thing, which is kind of, there's some funny moments in it for sure, but that detracted from the overall thing for me. I was like, okay,
but I think
then they pulled it back at the end. They pulled it back. They did pull it
back. But I think even they were breaking the fourth wall and saying it we could talk spoilers because it's been out for a little bit now. When Nick Cage is talking well, we need the film to have some action scenes, that way we can get it in the trailer. And did you notice when they did that, when they said that, they cut to him shooting a gun, and that scene was in the trailer, but it had nothing to do with the film.
Of course,
they literally filmed that to put that in the trailer, and I was blown away by that, dude.
It is pretty hilarious.
It's creative.
That all that landed.
But yeah, it's a great film. Definitely go see it. It's a good
idea. It was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pedro shined.
Pedro was great in it. Yeah, he was super, super good in it. I'm trying to think. Did I watch anything else? Did I talk? Did I talk about the Northman on last week?
I think you did. Yeah, we talked Northman. You finally told me about the Vel. I don't think we talked spoilers though, but
yeah, that's fine. We don't need to talk spoilers.
Yeah, my recommendations would probably have to be either WandaVision, guys. If you can, I mean, I know a lot of you love the Doctor Strange here, so go check out WandaVision. Watch through the kind of second half of it. You're gonna need it, and then that's really it. If you haven't watched WandaVision, I was gonna say, hop on HBO Max and check out Game of Thrones. I mean, everyone's seen Game of Thrones, but take it from someone who hasn't watched it. I'm pushing through. Oh, here we go. What do you got? No, you got something.
I have my recommendation, but you continue. Sorry.
Let's just finish. I'm finishing Game of Thrones. I'm on season 6 right now. It's getting good.
Very close.
It takes a bit to push through, but once you're in it, you're deep and you can't finish.
Oh yeah.
So what do you have? Yeah. What do you got? What do you got?
All right, this is niche, guys. This is real niche. Okay. There's a TV show that got canceled about 2 years ago called Detroiters. Detroiters was a Comedy Central show that literally only has 20 episodes to it before it got canceled. I'm about halfway through the first season right now. One of the funniest shows I've ever seen. It's so funny. It's like 20-minute episodes. It's Tim Robinson, who's I Think You Should Leave on Netflix. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen I Think You Should Leave on Netflix, what are you doing? You got to watch it. I quote it more than anything else. But it's Sam. Man, what's his last name?
No, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Sam Frick.
Let's go. Sam Richardson. There we go.
Sam Richardson, Tim Robinson, and Jason Sudeikis from like Ted Lasso and stuff. And this show is gold, baby. It's so funny. It's on Paramount Plus, so unfortunately, it's kind of like hard to get to, but it's very short. Like 20-something minute episodes and only 20-minute episodes and only 20 episodes. So
okay.
I've been watching that all week, just as like something before I go to bed, type a little laugh. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's so funny. I love it.
Dude, I'm gonna check this out because I want to see what your comedy and shows is. This looks fun. This
is it.
Right up my alley, you know?
Oh, you gotta watch I Think You Should Leave. That's my comedy and shows. Oh, that's it.
Netflix, right? Netflix.
It's perfect, dude. And they're like 14-minute episodes. They're so short.
I'll try and get to that today or start it or something. I'll let you know.
Awesome. I can send you a couple random ones just to watch because you don't have to watch them in order. They're just like skits.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I love that. That seems funny. Okay, well there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a fun episode. Lots to discuss. We got a lot more coming. We definitely have Moon Knight coming. We got some more reviews, breakdowns, stuff like that. Let us know if you want a spoiler review of Doctor Strange. Maybe we'll talk about it next week, and we'll talk about it maybe for a separate video or something. But that's about it. You want to wrap this?
That sounds like a plan.
Wrap this bad boy up.
Appreciate you guys being here. There's a lot of new stuff on the channel. 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is incredible. Yeah, so thank you all so much for that support. We're at that big push for 2K. And remember, if you haven't checked out our audio podcasts, please go check that out. And if you haven't checked out our video stuff, check that out. Cross-pollinate a little bit. You know, there ain't no problems there. Appreciate you guys. See you next week.
Have a good one, everyone.